Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Now, we will describe the topic challenges and opportunities of Islamic banking and financial institutions in Malaysia. Under the subject MFA 3023, Money and Capital Market from the KME Group with the guidance from Dr. Haziah Nawal. My name is Mama Imran Abdul Rahman. My metric number is 119080. This is our group member. Our group member have 6 students, included me. And this is our table of contents. First, we will explain the introduction of our topic and the history of Islamic banking and financial institutions in Malaysia. After that, we will explain about the issues of our topic, which are their challenges and opportunities. And lastly, we will explain our conclusions about this topic. For the introduction, Islam banking has a history that goes back to the Prophet Muhammad SAW. He began his career as a trader, moving goods from nation to country. He demonstrated how to do business in a Sharia-compliant manner. The Islamic finance has spread around the globe until the present day. The first Sharia-compliant financial institution was established in Egypt in 1963. At the same year, in September, Perbadanan Wang Simpanan Bakal Haji (PWSBH) was founded in Malaysia. For the first period, Muslims in Malaysia may save money for their journey to Mecca by opening the country's first Islamic bank. In 1969, the Lembaga Urusan and Tabung Haji, today known as Lembaga Tabung Haji, was established. The Bumiputra Economic, the milestone of Islamic banking and financial institution in Malaysia, started in 1983 when Bank Islamic Malaysia Berhad was founded. The establishment of Bank Islam in Malaysia is a significant of development of Islamic banking in Malaysia. Hence, the accounting and auditing standard was established. Malaysia formed an Islamic Financial Services Board (IFSB) in 2002 to regulate the Islamic financial services industry by establishing a supervisory standard and principles that complies with Sharia. Beyond years 2000, Islamic financial institutions developed progressively. There are numerous of Islamic financial institutions established all over the world countries due to the religion background Islam. As an example, Islamic financial institution located in Malaysia includes Alliance Islamic Bank Malaysia Berhad, HSBC Amanah, CIMB Islamic Bank Berhad, Public Islamic Bank Berhad, and Al-Rajhi Bank. The area of Islamic finance in Malaysia has had a lot of study done on it. Yet there is always need for improvement. As a result, this study is focused on examining the concerns and challenges of the Islamic banking and financial institution in Malaysia and proposing meaningful opportunities to such challenges.
My name is Muhammad Shakir bin Muhammad Nazri, metric number 1193142. Next, we move to challenges that faced by Islamic banking and financial institution in Malaysia. Traditional risk management is the one factor that Islamic banking forced to face. Basically, traditional risk management approach and instruments are based on interest, gambling, and speculation, all of which are forbidden by Sharia. Due to Sharia compliance, a number of risk management strategies are not available. Point number 2 is financial engineering, which is another operational problem for Islamic banks. Islamic bank currently has its own Sharia board that examine and evaluate each new product without coordinate with other bank, and this procedure should be streamlined and standardized in order to save time, effort, and money. Furthermore, because of the increasing quantity of contact, newer supporting system, shifting skill set, and lack of consistency are also give effect to the business for Islamic institution, and maybe Islamic bank may face a higher operational risk that affect the business of organization. Other than that, misunderstanding the concept Islamic financial institution by people. This perception needs to be addressed so that people do not look negatively to Islamic financial system and look systematic, so that can attract them to participate in financial based on Sharia compliance. For other information, in Malaysia, current education about Islamic banking product is still lack and some Malaysians argue that Islamic banking is nothing more than a name changes with no additional features. Public education and campaign are required for people to understand the difference between conventional and Sharia compliance. Furthermore, different in Islamic culture and communities with different countries also contribute to the lack of knowledge about Islamic banking and cause Sharia principle to be interpreted differently. This will cause the development of Islamic financial institution to slow down. That's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Shahir bin Muhammad Nazri, matric number 1193141. Among others, the challenges of Islamic banking and finance institution in Malaysia are introduced Sharia compliant procedures as well as new goods and services that are more attractive to their consumer. In addition, several other traditional banks have maintained their presence in Islamic countries while offering Sharia compliant service. This achievement clearly indicates that the Islamic banking system is attractive to conventional banks, possibly resulting in stiff competition for Islamic banks. Lastly, required various supporting institution or agreement to perform their various tasks. Islamic financial organizations around the world try to leverage on institutional structure that support conventional banking. However, they face a lack of institutional assistance tailored to their individual needs. The most important problem for Islamic finance is creating a robust institutional framework. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
My name is Muhammad Nur Shabil bin Afandi. My matrix number 1190887. Okay, now I will present about the opportunities of Islamic banking and financial institutions in Malaysia. The first opportunities is the Islamic banking and financial institutions are fully equipped to produce new products. There are different ways have been used to establish the Islamic financial product and services which are market compatible. Next, one of the strategy is to adapt the products and services in the conventional system in a way that does not contradict to the Sharia. After that, the IFIs can develop new products and services that is solely based on Sharia standards and incorporates various Sharia concepts. To support this viewpoint, the establishment of takaful sector also can be used. The second opportunity is the Islamic banking and financial institutions have strong risk management strategies. This is because the Islamic system encourages risk sharing in financial transactions, and a financial system based on risk sharing has a number of advantages over a system that do risk shifting. After that, the use of risk sharing instrument could encourage investors to participate in high risk, like small and medium enterprise. Moreover, the rising market for private equity in general supports this notion, but with less information asymmetry, the SME sector can potentially attract the private equity investor. Lastly, increased financial inclusion in the system can be expected if financing for these sectors SME become more readily available.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Syami bin Halim. My matric number is 1190816. Now, I will continue to the next opportunities of Islamic banking and financial institution in Malaysia. That is, introduce and strengthen the use of iFintech in Malaysia. Firstly, financial technology, which is iFintech, is used to describe new tech that seeks to improve and automate the delivery and use of financial services. One of the importance of fintech that make Islamic banking and financial institution very much desire to empower it is because fintech promotes efficiency and effectiveness in traditional banking. Next, fintech technologies can offer more significant and long-term profit despite cost implications. The desire to minimize costs, boost profit, and attract clients has driven banks to accept digital services. In addition, fintech signifies positive contribution to the Islamic financial industry by evolving and creating Islamic products and services and eliminating credit intermediaries, leading to potentially significant returns and inexpensive pricing. And as a result, we can conclude that the development of fintech is holistic and has a positive impact on Islamic banking and financial institution in Malaysia. Next, the last opportunities of Islamic banking and financial institution is diversifying their Islamic financial instrument. One of the tools is increasing default payments and fines. Firstly, overwhelming use of fixed modes of return has made Islamic banks capable of decreasing the effects of risk arising from business on the cash flow. After that, Murabahah contract primarily helps the bank in creation of debt obligation against the buyer enterprises. Besides, the Murabahah contract therefore creates a fixed debt only after they enter into the contract. However, if the buying firms defaults on their obligation, then according to Shariah ruling, banks cannot charge any extra penalty on the defaulted amount. This induces dishonest buyers to default on their payment deliberately. Therefore, Muslim scholars have discussed this problem and they have arrived at the conclusion that if any buyer defaults on payment, the bank allowed to issue penalties, but the amount recovered from the penalties should not be used for benefiting the bank in any way.
My name is Muhammad Aziz. My matrix number is 1190800. So today I will present about the conclusion of this report. So there are two conclusions. First, the challenge of the Islamic banking, and second, the opportunity of the Islamic banking. First, the challenge of the Islamic banking. First is the lack of the financial risk. Second, financial engineering. Third, lack of the knowledge of Islamic banking. So, firstly, my recommendation of for the future Islamic for this challenge. First, Islamic financial institution must consistently develop a new product. For the example, they can develop the new product. The new product require Islamic financial intermediaries to the Islamic structure existing banking product, while a new product is being developed or a major change to an existing product is being made. The conclusion of the opportunities of the Islamic banking. First, the Islamic banking and the financial institution are well equipped to new product. Islamic banking and the financial institution which have the robust risk management strategy in the place. And lastly, the use of the fintech, Islamic financial technology. So the recommendation is Islamic banking now have huge potential and the opportunities to develop in the future. As the result, with such brilliant future ahead, all the parties involved must work together to improve the current structure and the legal regulatory framework. This is to ensure a clear and the more specific framing to the future Islamic development direction in order to achieve better management and the operational system. That's all for me. Thank you.